It's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. Big Ten football is finally back. We've got Illinois at Wisconsin. We've got a promo code for you guys. Use the code Big10, BIGTEN, if you want 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Wisconsin, big favorites in this one, minus 18.5, minus 19.5, minus 20. It really depends on where you're getting it. But any way you slice it, they are big favorites. The total is 51.5. If you do remember, Illinois did beat Wisconsin last season 24-23 in a big upset. So there might be some revenge brewing in this one. We've got Nick from the Insiders Room to break it all down for us. Nick, how do these two squads line up and where are you leaning?
I am leaning to that revenge factor. I think Wisconsin is going to come out here and lay a beating down on Illinois. Illinois was 6-7 overall last year. It went a decent 4-5 in conference play. And as you mentioned, one of the highlights of Illinois' season was that 24-23 upset victory against the then number 6th ranked Wisconsin Badgers. Illinois, it actually went to a bowl game with those 6 wins. It ended up losing 35-20 to the Golden Bears. But Illinois, it wasn't a very explosive offense at all last year. It only averaged around 330 total yards per game and 26.7 points. Brandon Peters is back. Last year, he only completed 55% of his passes for 1,800 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Illinois does return its top 3 receivers, but its top 2 running backs are gone. So overall, they averaged 26.7 points per game last year. But now they face here's Wisconsin. It was 10-4 last year. It went 7-2 in Big Ten play. It started the year with the 6 straight wins, but then it lost 2 games, and that sort of derailed their championship hopes there. It lost to Illinois, and then the next week it lost to Ohio State. But they did make it to the Big Ten championship game. They lost to Ohio State, and then they followed that up with a 28-27 loss to the Ducks in the Rose Bowl. But the Badgers, they averaged 34.1 points per game last year, and quarterback Jack Cohn is back. He completed 70% of his passes for 3,000 yards, 18 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions. Now, they did lose some talent with running back Jonathan Taylor moving on, but the Badgers' run game, it's not supposed to lose too much of a step here with Nakia Watson taking a prominent role this year. But overall, the defense, that was the difference maker for the Badgers last year. They only allowed 16.9 points. And so I think that Wisconsin, it can dominate the time of possession in this game. It has, and I think I have a hard time Illinois coming out with much chemistry in this first game of the year. The Badgers have revenge on their mind. They have home field advantage. They have the better team on paper. And so that's when I'm predicting a complete lopsided blowout here. So that's my play on Wisconsin.
Just one note, Jack Cohn, the starting quarterback for Wisconsin, did break his foot in practice about 2 weeks ago. So I don't think we'll be seeing him. But Wisconsin always has, it seems like, really good offensive linemen. Over the years, they have the big uglies, I think they call them, guys that are just big human beings, and they seem to dominate when it comes to that offensive line. And it helps, obviously, immensely when it comes to the run game, pass game, everything. And I think it's you need to mention that Jonathan Taylor is a huge, huge loss at running back. He's not just the starter, but also the second leading rusher in Big Ten history. So that's some big shoes to fill for whoever, replaces him at Wisconsin. But I think top to bottom, obviously Wisconsin is favored by a lot in this one for a reason. And they look like world beaters when it came to the start of the season last year. They usually come out prepared. So I think Wisconsin probably is going to lay a beat down here.
Absolutely. Whoever starts, I don't have the backup quarterback information here. Whoever does get the start there, from what I had read, Cohn was getting the start. But yeah, I love their run game. I love their defense. And so this is predicated more upon their fantastic defensive play, having the home field, and the revenge factor. I think that those are solid places to start the season and on this wager.
Especially with Illinois kind of ending the season on a low note last year, averaging just 13 points a game in 3 straight losses to end the year. So one final little tidbit for you guys. That's going to wrap it up for our college football talk here on Picks and Parlays. Good stuff from Nick from the Insiders Room. Nick, thanks for joining us as always.